birdseed ornament video. We're just about to start, so we'll wait a couple minutes and get ready. I have my goodies right here and my laptop right here to answer any questions you've got. So you are right here in my kitchen, right here in my home, and I'm Azra. I'm the head of youth services at the Nesmith Library, and we are not at the Nesmith Library. We are actually right here in my home, in my kitchen. So we'll wait a couple seconds while people join.
You don't need help. Are you live? So you're good.
Okay. And just wait a couple more seconds. And if you are here joining us, feel free to say your name and let us know that you're here.
I couldn't find pine cones.
Okay, so if we want to get ready while people start to come in, I have got some goodies here, but before we start, when we talk about things that birds can eat and birds can't eat, because that's an important topic. So things that birds can't eat are similar to things that birds, that cats and dogs can't eat. So if you think about like chocolate and avocados, those especially birds can't eat. But what's surprising is what birds can eat. So I have a lot of examples right here with me. So what birds can eat is things like cooked rice and cooked pasta. And as you can imagine, they can eat things like fruit. So we've got oranges and apples in here, and I put them in mason jars so they're clear and easy to spot. And so uncooked oats. So you eat oatmeal, right, for breakfast? They can eat plain oats. And what's surprising is they can eat eggs. So they can eat like crushed eggshells. So if you look at this, or you can put eggs, not the whole egg, but you can crush up the eggshell. So we've got that, and then potatoes. So I definitely did say potatoes, but cooked potatoes, and we can mash that up. And they can eat peanut butter. So I have right here just some smooth, unsalted peanut butter. So everything right here is plain. So no salt added, no sugar, no oil, no anything fancy, just regular, plain, simple food. And they can eat raisins. So I have craisins right here. And what I'm going to show you is different ways that you can make the birdseed ornaments. So if you're tuning in, I'm Azra. I'm the head of youth services, and I'm showing how to do some birdseed ornaments and just things that you have around the house. So different ways that you can make the birdseed ornaments yourselves rather than going out and buying them. And especially now because it's springtime and the birds are going to try to feed their young and feed themselves, and they're making their nests. So why not help them and help your yard and your neighborhood? So one way you can do that is with paper tubes. So just a simple paper tube, and you can grab your peanut butter just right here, and you take this, and of course you can use your hand, but it's probably better that you go and find a knife. So I'm going to do that. Or you can grab a fork, and you can just take the fork and you just put it on, and you can make it as sticky as you want or as not sticky as you want. And what I found out is that honey is actually not good for the birds. So what you want to do is put it all around and just kind of make it as sticky as you want, and just sort of look at what you have and think about what you want to put on there. So I'm just going to take the oats, and if you have any seeds around your house, this would probably be a good idea. So you want to sprinkle this on, sprinkle, 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 and then a lot of the stuff I have right here is pretty mushy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the craisins. And I'm just going to kind of stick it on there and kind of make something a little bit decorative like that. And you can take some string that you have, but what I like to do, just in case the birds choke on it, is just put it on a tree branch or put it right outside so they can eat it. Of course, the squirrels sometimes like to get to it, but I just sort of like to put it out there and not worry about it. So you've got something just like that. Another thing you can do is take an orange, just like that, and you can start peeling it, and then kind of mush out the inside, and you kind of got like a little cup, just like that. And you can place it like that and sort of look at what you have, and then take some crushed eggshells and sprinkle that in. And this is really fun to do with big sisters and brothers, little sisters and brothers, anyone you can think of. Maybe some cooked pasta. Kind of take that in and put that in. And then maybe some of the fruit. And what you want to do is make sure that none of the fruit has seeds in it. So the seeds aren't good for the birds because they can choke on it. So you want to think of like some dried berries or any of the apples and oranges that don't have the seeds in it. So see, so far I've got my little concoction. Doesn't it look very yummy? But it'll be yummy for the birds. And so maybe some of the potatoes. And you can mush the potatoes, maybe take the fork with the peanut butter, kind of mush that in. And again, you can take some string if you want, or you can just put it right outside for the birds. And you got just like that. Again, it doesn't look very yummy for you, or maybe it does, I won't judge, but it looks very yummy for the birds, right? And so you can put that to the side. And so another trick that I wanted to show you is a a lot of these bird seed recipes have things you can do with the cookie cutters, but it's really hard when the cookie cutters can get messy, or do you want to put it on a baking sheet? Do you want to put it somewhere else? So an idea I have is a muffin pan. And so if you're tuning in, we're looking at the bird seed recipes, and my name's Azra. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask, but we're just looking at different ideas we have for bird seed recipes. And so we created one with an orange. So one fun thing with an orange is you can take the orange peel and just make a little cup, and then you can add fun things in it like cooked potatoes. Just mash it up, nothing, too busy. And you can put cooked pasta and peanut butter, and then just make something yummy for the birds. And you can also do something with a paper towel roll, which maybe you've done before. And I put some oats, just plain oats on it, and some craisins. And now I'm showing you how to take a muffin pan, but we're not making muffins for ourselves. We're making a muffin for the birds. So we're gonna maybe take our egg, and I said egg, yes, birds can eat chicken eggs. They can even eat the crushed shells. And you can cut it in half. And what I recommend is you just go ahead and put it in the muffin pan and let it air dry. You don't have to bake it, and just make sure to poke a hole if you want to put a nice string on it and put it in the trees. Or if you want, just put it in the trees, no string, don't have to worry about the birds getting hurt. And then you can go ahead and take some cooked rice, and I did say cooked rice, so you can use brown rice, you can use white rice, and go ahead and just mush that right in. And mush, mush, mush. And I'll do my best to show you how that looks when it's all done. Think of like you're cooking for the birds. And then we've got some fruit right here. We've got oranges, we've got apples. Again, you want to make sure that you don't have any seeds or anything like that, because that's not good for the birds. And what else? Again, it's like you're cooking for the birds, but you're making something yummy. You've got potatoes. This is all just really fun and easy. You can do with little siblings or big siblings, and you can mush it up and use your hands just like that. And I'm going to clean this fork. So that way I can put the peanut butter just a little bit. So that way it's just nice and sticky. I don't know if I would eat this, but it's gonna look really good for the birds. Can you see that? Looks pretty good. So we made something with paper towel roll. We made something on an orange. And we made something in a muffin tin. And you can use whatever you like. You can do the cookie cutter. You can make something with a pine cone. The ideas are endless. And again, I'm Azra. You're always welcome to email me, not just about bird seeds. Today we did cooked pasta. So this is just plain pasta. Nothing fancy on it. We did fruit. We did potatoes. So just some cooked potatoes. Nothing fancy. We did some plain oats. We have some plain white rice. And we have eggs. So here's some of the eggs and the egg shells, chicken eggs. And again, our creation. And I can definitely put up the links that I used of what's good to give to the birds and what's not good to give to the birds. And so what's not good is avocados, caffeine, so no soda, no coffee, no fruit with seeds, no milk, although some cheese is good for the birds. So like cheddar I found out is actually pretty good for the birds. And another thing to remember about birds is right now they're making nests. So if you have any cats or dogs or bunnies and you're brushing them, make sure to put the fur outside because that would be really great for their nests. And before I forget, if you are reading online, there's a lot of really fun books on Hoopla for birds. So if you go to the kid option, there's a fun book of doing origami for birds, and there's another fun book about drawing for birds. And if you need any help with that, feel free to ask me or any of the children's librarians or Chelsea, who's our social media librarian. We would be more than happy to ask you. So I'm going to be saying goodbye for now, but if you have any questions about this or about birds or any of the resources we offer, feel free to ask. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.